Welcome to Fusion 360 Build a Box. We're going to do a quick tutorial on how to build this hexagonal box with a lid and kind of handle knob at the top. It's got the inset lid as well, but we'll be using some of the same tools and some new tools as well. First, create a new design. File, new design. Then turn on your origins, create a sketch, click on the bottom plane, go to create, and we're going to use the Polygon tool. You can play around with these, but this is the one we're going to use in this tutorial, is the edge polygon. Click, and I'm going to make it about 5 centimeters on one side, and as you drag out you see it creates the polygon. You can change the number of sides. Wow, that's a really big one. But we're going to stick with 6. Oh, sorry, we're going to do an offset of that polygon to create the kind of walls in the box, and we're going to change that to 5 millimeters, which would be 0.5 or negative 0.5 centimeters. Then stop the sketch. You can click on both of these sketches or planes. We're going to use the inside one first to form the bottom of the box, and we're going to bring it up not 5 centimeters but 0.5. There we go. That's the bottom. When you finish the extrusion, it turns the sketches off, so go ahead and look in your browser, make sure you have them, and turn the sketch back on so you can see it. Click on the outer hexagonal pathway and do an extrusion again and bring it up to 5 centimeters. Looks good. We are going to join it with the bottom so we have a completed box. So make sure it's on join, click OK, and body 1 is now the box. It looks fabulous, doesn't it? Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to create the lid. We're not going to use the split body and the shell. We're going to create a sketch, and we're just going to click on the top because that's where the plane is that we're going to create the lid. Now we need to create a sketch of the polygon here at the top as well. So I'm going to start the sketch on the top and go back to polygon, and I'm just going to trace one of the sides just like I did on the bottom, and click OK, and you can see now I can do the same thing I did on the bottom plane, and I can click extrude and click on, I want both of those planes because the lid will be the whole thing. So I'm going to click that up 1 centimeter. No, I think I'm going to make it 0.5 centimeters, which is 5 millimeters. I do not want to join it. I want the lid to be a new body, and click OK. You can see over here I'm going to change the name of the box to box, and I'm going to change the name of the body 1 to lid. Alright, that's fabulous. Alright, now I'm going to move the lid out of the way by clicking the move tool. Click on the top and just use one of the arrows to move it out of the way. Just like that. Once you're done moving it, click OK. And we can look at the bottom because we need to make the inset. So again, create sketch. Click on the bottom. We go into sketch mode. We're going to use that handy offset tool. We can click on the sketch that's on the bottom and put it inset again. Same thing, negative 0.6 should give a millimeter of difference. Hit OK. Go ahead and stop the sketch and click on that center part, which will go down into the box. Click extrude. Make sure you click both of them, and then 0.3 should be enough. 0.3, and we're going to join it because we want it to be part of the lid. Okay. All right. Now we're going to work on that knob or the handle, the circular handle. We can create a sketch. This sketch is going to go on the top of the lid, and we're going to draw a circle just in the center. We're going to print this separately so we can glue it on in the right place, but we're going to make it 2 centimeters. Okay, so go ahead and stop that sketch. Now we can use the extrude tool again. We're going to click on the circle, and we're going to extrude it up let's do 2 centimeters. Let's see if that works. We do not want to join it. We want to click it as a new body. That will be our handle. Hit OK. And now we're going to round it off a little bit. Oh, first I'm going to just change the name to handle. And we want to round off the knob and make it a little bit more rounding by using the fillet. Click on the fillet tool right here in the modify. You can click on any edge of any body and kind of round it off. It's a nice way to make some design modifications. Okay, so I'm going to do that again. Fillet, click on the round, and then round it down like that. So that's as much as I can. Okay, I don't really like the top of that knob. It's a little too large, so I want to like shorten it a little bit. So I'm going to double click on, if you look at the bottom of your Fusion 360, there's something called the timeline, which records every single one of the tool uses. And you can go back and change them and make changes to them even after you've done 100 different tools, which is really powerful. So what I want to do is change the extrusion. So I find where the extrusion was right there. I double click it real fast, and it'll bring up the tool dialog box for that extrusion. And I can just make changes to it. So instead of the 2 centimeters that I had chosen at first, I'm going to move that to 1 centimeter and just hit OK. And it automatically changes, and the fillet is still there, but it's on the 1 centimeter. So I'm going to double click the fillet, bring up its toolbox, pull it back a little bit. I like that knob, but just a little bit better. And there we go. So remember, you can use the timeline to go back and make changes. Okay, thank you very much.